Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. If this is your first time on the channel, welcome. On this channel, you'll find truck and SUV news, reviews, interesting stuff. Hit subscribe, stick around, it's a good time. Now, I gotta be honest with you. I don't cover this type of truck. I know it says pickup, truck, and SUV talk, and pickup is a little pickup user on the farm, and a truck is like what you do for hauling and 1 tons, and especially Class 8s in this. But I just don't cover the big Class 8s, but I'm a big fan of the shows and Discovery showing the semi-trucks and such. And when I got sent the video that shows this truck blasting through the sand and dirt, well, I had to run it. I mean, the video by itself just looks pretty cool. So in this video, I'm gonna tell you all about this new Western Star 49X, and you can see the glorious video and have as good time as I did watching it. So go ahead, sit back, pop a top, relax. Let's get this video right now. All right, coming through all this dirt is the Western Star 49X. Powering this big truck is either a Detroit DD15 Gen 5 engine or Detroit DD16 engine. That DD16 is the most largest and most powerful diesel engine in the market, delivering up to 2,050 foot-pounds of torque and 600 horsepower. The big news is it's mated to a new DT12 Vocational Series Detroit automated manual transmission. Yeah, automated manual transmission. So this is either DT12V or DT12VX. It's rated up to a gross combined weight rating of 330,000 pounds. It has Detroit, the company, not the city, says it validated its transmission covering more than 35 million miles. Now, what is an automated manual transmission? That really got me wondering. Basically, it's like an automatic transmission with only 2 pedals, gas and brake, but it operates like a manual. So it's got a manual transmission that operates like an automatic, in that there's a computer communicating with transmission to determine the optimal time to shift gears. So you still got drive and park and reverse, but you still have a gear set like a manual transmission, and the computer is telling the transmission where to shift, where to hold the gears, and how to operate. These transmissions are often preferred due to always knowing the exact right time to shift, taking grade, load weight, fuel economy, and reducing driver fatigue. So it's kind of a cool thing. I need to learn more about this. But the DT12 transmission also includes the side power takeoff capabilities, as well as some pretty cool tech. There's a rock-free mode, which allows the 49X to free itself from the wheel-stuck situations, probably like crawl control, like the Toyota Tacoma has. An off-road mode for smooth driving off the beaten track. There's a power launch mode for powerful takeoffs without damaging the clutch and driveline. And finally, a paver mode allowing the truck to shift from neutral to drive without depressing the brake pedal when pulling away. So if you have a lot of load and you don't put a bunch of stress on the driveline transmission, you just hit that mode and it puts you right in drive and just takes right off. Now, the other big news is all the safe technology. You have side guard assist, active brake assist, tailgate warning, adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, video capture, intelligent high beam, automatic wipers, and headlamps as well. Now I'll play a couple of videos here. We'll talk about what they did to increase visibility inside the cabin, and I'll show you some of the technology they've done inside the cabin from Detroit, as far as it's a Detroit automated system. It's Detroit Assurance Suite of safety systems. And then we'll come back, talk about a couple more cool things.
It's got the best forward visibility in this class, and we were able to do that by lowering the radiator and splayed frame rails. This windshield's 28% larger than our current 4900 windshield, allowing me to see everything around me. I can see forward, I can see the side, the position of the mirrors are perfect to see what's behind me. Real easy visibility.
Okay, so one of the big news items for this truck is a new frame. This is pretty interesting. So they have cut 350 pounds off the truck by using a new single channel frame rail. Now this comes in a variety of thicknesses and features best-in-class resisting bending movement, RMB. That's a strength rating that a lot of commercial trucks use. And this rating for the single channel for up to 3.7 million inch-pounds. Now they say they can also add some C-channel frame reinforcements to raise the resisting bending movement up to 5.4 million inch-pounds if needed. And plus, you can add multiple parent rail front frame extensions for applications requiring front-mounted equipment like a snowplow. Now, I did ask about this frame. They say it's a high-strength steel that is shot peened and powder-coated with thicker cross-sections than they've used in the past. And so they, like other companies, are using new high-strength steel, allows them to go lighter and thinner and still have the same strength. And I'll reference some videos above I did where we had some bending frame issues people thought was the new frame design. But I don't know, it could be the user problem there as well. But this is a pretty cool idea that's, like I said, been happening a lot with the 1500s, half tons and stuff in the consumer market, and now is kind of moving up to the commercial market as well. So another cool thing to see, and I'll put some videos on the screen, is they did a lot of durability testing with this truck, and so they spent an extensive amount of time. They said Western Star spent more time developing this truck than ever in their history. They crash test many different cabs, which is just kind of cool to see, and they also did a full vehicle shaker test, replicating 800,000 miles of use. And I'll put some shaking test video on the screen, and I mean, this thing is just shaking. It's pretty impressive. They're basing that test, they're trying to get things to break, so you see where they need to fix it and reinforce it. Now, the testing led them to innovate a cab mount system. This uses vocational cab isolators mounted outboard for optimal stability and reduced fatigue, both the operator and the cab. And so they've put these new cab mounts. Ram's got a similar thing as well, and allows them to keep the cab from shaking as badly, which they've learned from the shaking test, and hold it better. And speaking of the cab's largest in the segment with 10 to 13% more space. It's a big cab. Inside the cab, they tell me that there's the standard interior, which I'd imagine is like a work truck interior, you know, much plastic and cloth seats, things like that. But they also are offering an optional premium trim package. The premium package includes wood grain in the dash, wood grain in the dash, and diamond stitch seating. I mean, you can get wood grain inside a dump truck. That's pretty cool. The aluminum cabin has steel supports with a new hood that uses a higher strength, lightweight molded composite material for better impact resistant durability. So basically, it's got a form of a plastic hood so that's going to hold up. They've also innovated and patented a tech hood suspension system. This allows the hood to behave like a typical coil-over shock suspension with spring and dampener. In other words, you don't have to worry about your hood jiggling around or crackling when going over uneven terrain. Yes, the hood can hold up. It can handle the damage, and being plastic, it's going to be lightweight and a lot of advantages there. And also, the doors are triple sealed, much like the GM doors have been in the half tons. Means it's much quieter in the cabin and warmer, cooler because you're keeping that cold air in or hot air in.
Our engineers designed the first ever hood suspension system, the IsoTech hood suspension. The unique system is a coil-over shock suspension that isolates the input from the job site from the hood. We combine the suspension with high-strength, lightweight composite material that's flexible so it bends instead of breaking. We have revolutionized the durability of hoods for the vocational market.
Now, finally, let's wrap this up. They do a new dual-stage LED headlight system. Now, this is got an internally printed heat grid on the headlight with an ambient air temperature sensor. This can melt 3 millimeters of ice in less than 10 seconds at 40 degrees or below, or burn through condensation in warm, humid environments. Think about that. It's got a heat grid on the light and an air temperature, so it'll heat itself up and burn off the ice that builds up. Now, that's damn cool. Now, they've also increased the cabin visibility. Like I said, I had the video that came out, talked about that. And the doors open about 70 degrees wider, 5 different handhelds, step treads widened by ½ inch. I mean, they're just trying to make this easier to get in and out of the cab and less slip, trips, and falls, which is the second major workplace injury on this type of job sites. There you go. I hope you had a good time. I sure as hell enjoyed watching that B-roll video. And I thought it was pretty interesting. I mean, some of the stuff that's happening in the half-ton market and three-quarter-ton market is going up to the vocational trucks in the Class 8. And I wonder if some of the Class 8 stuff will kind of work its way back down. And so it's pretty interesting. They're sharing technologies both ways. And I think it's again, I had a great time with the video. I really enjoyed watching it. And I hope you, like I said, I hope you did too. Check this video out over here. It's a good time. Website down below. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you down the road.